uh, okay, extend your legs. Yeah. So while we're talking, extend your legs and just get used to having your legs fall. Right. Just rest. So see if you're like holding up and tensing the knees, or if you can just press the knees down a little bit and then let it go, and totally relax the legs. Yeah. So, like I was saying, if if we sit on a high chair and dangle our legs, or we sit on a wall and dangle our legs, it seems like we should be able to just hang our legs down forever, but they get tired, right? And we start pulling them up, and we're just not used to relaxing and letting go, and just letting the legs fall. So that's what we need to practice, right? Just allowing the hips, the quad to open up, all the joints to open up. So even with the legs down, you have to press the knees down so you get that nice little stretch. Not hard, but just enough to stretch, and then relax, and then feel the legs expanding. Right? And check your feet. Are you holding up your feet, or are you really relaxed? Right? And you might have to stretch and stretch and expand, and then let them go. Right? And practice sitting straight. Right? That's a real big thing. Look in the mirror from the side view and see if your head is falling forward. Right? Where's the alignment of your neck, or is it back? And take a picture. Everybody has cell phones. You can take a picture and see where, if your chin is way up or if it's just down, naturally down. Right? We're trying to get the center lined up with our spine. So all of us, our heads tend to be tilted forward a little bit, right? So we have to become aware of that. The guideline they like to say is, chin down and tuck it in. So sometimes they'll push the chin in to push this back. But the purpose is to try and get the spine aligned. Right? So if we could pull yourself up from the giddy giddy area, right, lined up with about the center of the ear, right, that will line up with the neck and the spine. So if your head was forward and you pulled this up, right, it would, and the body hangs straight down, then the chin would naturally tilt down, right, and the spine would fall straight down. And if all the joints could open and loosen, then if it's crooked, right, bent, if the joints can loosen and open, then theoretically the spine would hang straight down, right? There wouldn't be any curvature on it. Yeah. We all have some natural curvature, but try to imagine, right, pulling, right, being suspended is what it is. So you're being pulled from the top, the body's suspended. As you do that, the chin will naturally tilt down and the head will align. So you just have to physically, consciously do that. Right? But you don't want to do the form intent-wise by chin down and head back. You want to do the form intent-wise by being suspended from above, and then the chin will naturally tilt down as a result of that, and the spine lines up. So test yourself throughout the week. Find times to look for the tension, check the mirror, use your phones, just to become aware of all this tension. No matter how relaxed you are, you can learn to be a little bit more relaxed. So a good example is if everybody breathes in, take a nice deep breath, and only use your lower abdominals and sink the air down, and then just go, right? So, and let go. Have that thump in your body. Just let everything go. As soon as you breathe out that, just wait for a second and then try to relax. Right? So, and then you take a few seconds and see if you can relax a little bit more. right? It's not easy to just be 100% relaxed or 99.9% relaxed, right, in that one try. So you practice the slow relaxing, right? As we do the gathering, practice the slowly letting go, relaxing, studying all the joints and letting go. And then you practice the fast letting go, the and see if you can just let everything drop. And check to see if when you exhale and you do the are you tensing up again? So you watch yourself in the mirror, or you just and the whole body falls, everything falls in place, right? Or does it and then you bounce back up, right? We don't want to bounce back up. We don't want to tense that up. Okay? So the mirror is a really easy, good training tool for you. Right? So look for that. Right? So I used to say number one is relax, number one is letting go, and it requires you to relax. So we can argue about which one is number one, but you learn to let go. And that letting go, I'm starting to emphasize the letting go because that really goes with the fall prevention, right? If you feel yourself unbalanced, just let it go, let yourself sink, recenter, reset, right? And it just naturally requires relaxing. Okay? But you could relax and not sink. You could still fall. So we want the fall prevention. So think of let go from there. Okay. All right. So just a nice stretch of your legs, relaxing. Press the knees down and then release, and then stretch your feet forward. Stretch your feet forward and release, and then pull back. You can feel all under here, stretching and release, and one more time. Forward and release, and then back and release, and all the time gently pressing the knee down. And then the upper body is the same. Right? So if we stretch the lower body, we need to stretch the upper body. So the shoulders are the hips, right? The elbows are the knees, the wrist is the ankle, right? The palm, the feet, and the fingers, the toes. So if the legs are expanding down, we want to slowly start from here, learning to rest everything on the rib cage, and from inside out expand and relax and let go. And don't come straight forward, just like the legs are. I'm sorry, don't go straight up, right? Like the legs, they come forward. So we want to come forward, and then drop the arm a little bit. See if you can feel it. Just sit, just fall, and then expand again lightly, and then drop it down, and then expand again, and then drop it down and expand again. So even though while we're expanding and stretching, we want the upper body, we want this part to actually sit on the rib cage, where the lower body is allowed to just expand, the hips open up. So the shoulders, the scapula, spine, we still want it to open. We still want it to stretch, of course. Head suspended. That means the tailbone is dropping straight down, so the spine is expanding in both directions. Right? The legs are sinking into the earth. Want to release all that tension. And same thing, even though we're expanding from upwards, we want to release that tension, so it has to drop down. Make sure the elbows are unlocked, right? So it's not completely straight. I don't know if you can see the difference from there, right? When it locks to unlocked. And then let it fall, and then expand, and let it fall, and expand. So our bodies are stretching in 4 directions, 6 directions, right? 8 directions, 10 directions, right? Just like a ball expanding. And so this sits in front. So the elbows are in front of the waist, the knees are in front. We're going out like an X, like stretching. Okay? And then imagine cables attached to your fingers, pulling your hands out so that you can let go. You want to have that feeling where you're doing nothing, but something else is pulling and expanding you while everything is sitting. And then the bottom of the feet, imagine something pulling pulling, a suction, pulling the feet down. Uh, and everything in between just has to let go. So just imagine your body being stretched in all those directions, and you do nothing. You just lie there and allow your body to be expanded. And check that your shoulders are sitting on the rib cage while it's being expanded. And while we're doing this, right, we're trying to stretch the body, and there's points in our body that we're trying to get them to stretch and open. So there's little meridian points that if you held this for a long time, over here might open, might stretch and open, and other points might stretch and open. Yeah, and if you hold it for a long time and those points open, you might get a little pulse of energy, a little flash of energy coming through. So to make sure you're not stiff, right, turn your body, loosen the joints. Right? Don't just stretch, but make sure you loose. You can come back and forth. You can let the hands wave. You can let the spine roll a little bit and unroll, right? Fall and roll, and fall and roll. So even though we're stretching, we want all the joints to be loose and open and moving, right? So imagine the spine twisting. You pull the spine and let it drag the arms, and then release, and then pull the spine and release, all the time stretching. So all of these movements, we're expanding, we're stretching, but we have movement, right? None of the joints are locked. We want to keep all the joints open and loose, right? So all these kinds of movements coming out from there. Okay? All right. All right. Slowly put the hands down. So you just think of that concept where you're expanding in every direction and you're not doing anything. Something else is pulling you. So everything in between can just relax, right? Everything in between is just a rag doll, and something else is stretching you out. And you allow all the joints, every joint in your body. Go look at an anatomy chart, find all the joints in your body. And then imagine the spine stretching, the nerves stretching, the heart having a lot of room, creating a lot of space for all the organs. Right? And then you look at acupuncture charts and such, and you go and research 0 points, and you imagine those little points in your body stretching and opening and snapping, opening and shut. And those are places that, when they open, will release energy to your body. So we can get energy from the Tao, from the universe, right? Then that's why we gather energy in, and we gather energy in, and we gather energy in. We practice all from there. Our bodies have a lot of energy, right? Every cell in your body, every atom, every molecule has a lot of potential energy. And then by opening up certain meridian points, that will tap the Tao. So there's a lot of ways to get energy into our body. All right, bring the legs back a little bit. And the first lesson is take that nice breath, relax here, use the ha, use the yawn, and then let it go, right? And that's how we begin. So that nice breath in, just a simple breath, and ha. And now we can start gathering. Breathing in, and let the body expand in every direction, and ha. Use the ha. Slowly letting go. And when you feel like everything has let go, then you start to compress that soap bubble. Then you start to rise and expand. Breathe in. Ha. Let it go. And then begin again. Put your mind way up in the sky. Feel the body being stretched, being expanded. Ah. And slowly study letting go. When you feel like nothing's there, then you lift the sternum, compress a little bit, have that full feeling. Breathe in. Ah. So we add in that extra inhale, exhale at the end. So they're all, each one is a complete cycle. pouring the chi down through the center of the head, gently guiding the chi down while releasing all the tension in your joints and muscles. Breathe in. Breathe in from the earth. Pull the chi up from the ground through the bottom of your feet, through the body, the spine, the neck, over the top of the head, flowing down the front of the body, through the waist, back into the earth. Feel the feet sinking, a little bit heavy. The bottom of the feet are relaxed. Heel to toe sinking into the earth. Don't grab the earth, just sink. Just open up the bottom of the feet. Flow that chi through the bones, stimulate the bone marrows. Breathing in and out. Continuous flow through every bone of the chi, flowing, stimulating the bone marrow, the whole body, creating new blood cells, new bone cells. And our bone marrow is so important. Flushing everything out. One more time. Come up from the side. Eyes looking towards the palm, over the palm, breathing in and out. Relax and then expand and then relax and then expand and stretch. Relax and then exhale. Between every transition, all the joints need to relax. Look far away over the horizon, expand, gather, exhale. One more time. Turn the head. Let the whole body move. Release all the joints. Scooping down. Right here, you have to let everything go and then you can fill up. Squeeze, exhale. Fill up the bones. Wring out every bone of your body. Ligaments and tendons, twisting, wrapping. Slowly let go. Bring everything back. Slowly let everything go. Make sure the legs are in front of you, the feet are in front of you, where the toes are just lifted off the ground, and then gently press the feet down, press the toes down, relax the bottom of the feet while the legs expand and the whole bottom of the foot is connected with the earth, and imagine your whole leg is sinking into the earth and the bottom of your feet are open and free. Energy can move up from the ground through your feet, through your legs, or they can flow back into the earth. And there's no one absolute way to practice. You do one practice and then you get it and then you change and you do another practice. So with the legs, and sometimes you have to press a little bit more and just imagine heavy, heavy, heavy legs like concrete columns. And once you do that a few times, if you can hold that during the whole practice, sometimes it gets hard to do it again because your legs will change, the muscle will change, your concept will change, and you'll never be able to do it exactly the same as the first time. But that's okay, right? That's your body going through transformation. So you can decide, but sometimes you have to just imagine heavy, heavy legs expanding into the earth. There. Okay. Hands forward, elbows bent. Take a nice, deep, relaxed breath. Fill up the lower dantian with a yawn. And ha. And breathe normally. Remember to activate that little sun in your chest. It's powered by the sun in the sky. Want to relax all the facial muscles, but smiling from the chest, from the heart area, from that little sun. Yeah, and then when you're ready, begin on an inhale, warming up the neck, then the shoulder, then the spine. Extend, breathing in, washing the face, release, and then look for that full feeling, and then come down. My wrist never pass the knee when I do this. Keep the spine straight while letting everything go. Breathe in, feel the fingertips being pulled. Let go and exhale. Use your shoulder blades. Tilt the sternum up. Look for that full feeling. And then slowly drop your head. Let everything go. Release the shoulders. Release all the joints. Let everything go, and then exhale. Slowly let everything go, and then inhale. Let everything go. And then number 2, one hand up, one hand down. Extend. Exhale. Just drop the lower hand on the side of the leg. And breathe in and turn just the head, following the upper fingers. Relax the other arm. And exhale, bottom hand washing through the forearm. And then down. Look at the fingertips first. Breathing in when you turn. And then exhaling when you come back to center. And then breathing in as you transition. This time look at the index finger, second line, second finger. Both palms being stretched and open, nice and large. Third time, look beyond the palms and fingers. Stare way out at the horizon. Each time, turn the head as much as you comfortably can, staring out at the horizon through the fingers. Come back to center, front of the throat. Breathe in and out. Turn the palms out and down. Slowly let everything go. Feel the palms and fingers heavy. Take a breath first before we do the shoulders. And then fold and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Imagine you can make them touch. When you can't squeeze anymore, then pull them over, arms hanging right at the side. Manipulate the inside lower corner of each shoulder blade. Squeeze and then up and then over, pulling and down. Fingertips still open, expanded, top of the head still suspended, feet still sinking into the earth. Come forward 3 times, pull the shoulder blades and breathe. Just breathe naturally with the movement. Listen to the muscles under the shoulder blade. One more time. All the way down, relax, and then one side. Other arm is still open, stretch, expanded. Let the body turn, let the head turn with the movement. Remember, you just want to manipulate that one spot, the inside lower corner of the scapula. That's the only point you're moving. Everything else is just following and being stretched and pulled and squeezed. Finish this movement and then come forward 3 times, or at least 3 times. And if you want, you can add the pull of the spine. Practice pulling the spine all the way down, relax, and then other side. So while you're squeezing the shoulder blades, you can imagine pulling the spine and then letting go, and then pulling the spine and then letting go. Squeeze and stretch those muscles. Relax the legs so they can surge and sink into the earth. Come forward 3 times. Okay, relax when you're done, and 2 sides back to front, and then front to back. All the way down. Slowly relax, take a breath. Let everything go. And then loose circles. Just let those muscles shake out for a little, just a little bit. And then slow it down. Okay, and then put it back together. Breathing in as you rise. Think of the move. Think of the hands just rising and turning and falling. And let your body follow your intent. Breathing in and out. Learn to pull the spine. Breathing in, release. Breathing in, release. Breathing in, release. Now pull and turn the spine. Let the body follow. Let the waist turn. Don't stop the movement of the waist. Last time, breathe in and out. And then take that extra breath just to relax. Let everything go. Hold the ball in the front. Make sure the elbows are bent. And then separate. Keep the hands right in the center. Bottom hand in the center. Top hand in the center. Palms lined up with each other. Drop both shoulders and then expand. Expand the shoulder blades. Relax, let the hips expand and open. Check the alignment of the neck, the head. Make sure the fingertips are stretching, reaching, being pulled, and that the legs are sinking, being pulled into the earth. Take a deep breath when you're ready, and exhale. Do the other side. Stretch the palms and the fingers. Slowly holding that stretch, just breathing naturally, feeling everything connect. Drop the shoulders, drop the elbows. Let the palm line up. Relax the wrist. Feel the fingertips being pulled in each direction. Upper hand being pulled up into the space. Lower hand being pulled into the earth. Make sure the legs and feet are connected and sinking into the earth at the same time. And as you breathe in, sink that air down to your lower dantian. You're still using the ha. Take a deep breath and ha. Feel that little quick release, and then it slows down. Breathing in. Slowly, gently timing your movement and your breath. So releasing the breath is quick, but then the slowly letting everything go. So you learn to have that quick release and then keep on allowing all the tension just to keep rolling out. So you don't stop after the initial breath. Try to pass the palms right in front of your heart. So it reminds you about that heart energy, that sun energy. Turn the palms and drop the elbows for spirals and pull the spine. Pull the spine. Breathe in, lift and fall. Palms, elbows all lined up. And keep expanding the feet. Relax the neck. Look over the elbows and pull the spine. Release and then pull the spine. Stretch and open the palm. Looking over the elbow. Breathe in. Keep the palms nice and large and expanded. Spinning right around the center of each palm. Expanding the shoulder blades. Then letting them go. And then spiraling. Stretching the fingertips. Keep spinning the palms. Expand the shoulder blades. One more time. And come back to center. Right in front of the heart. Lift the sternum, expand, breathing in and out. Turn the palms up and down, cradle the ball. Keep the palms connected. Imagine that little spindle connecting the center of each palm. Your hands are just rolling that ball. Keep the shoulders down, elbows down. Let the waist, let the head turn naturally. Relax the face, smile from the heart. Just imagine that sun sending out that ray of energy down through the top of your head, feeding that little sun in your chest. Let the scapula expand and release. One more time. Breathe in, expand and release. And last time. Expand and release. Solar plex. Open and close. Lift the sternum. Nice and straight, chin down, head suspended. Breathe in. And then let the joints go. Let the shoulders go. Press both feet into the earth. Then press one foot, sink into one hip joint. You feel just the palms helping. Relax the shoulders. And just the palm helping the leg to come up. Press both feet. And then release. Hands pulling the chi up. Legs just resting. Draw the chi up like pulling the plunger of a syringe. Press. Let everything go. And back of the hands being pulled. Like something pulling the back of the hands up. You just respond. Back of the hands being pressed down. Bottom of the hand being pushed up. Bottom of the hand being pulled down. Okay? And listen to the legs. Just rest the legs. Don't press. Don't lift. Let them relax just at rest. And listen to what they feel like. And then listen to what they feel like when you pull the chi up. Pull the chi up straight up from the earth. Listen to see if you can feel them a little heavier. And then gently guide and press the chi back into the earth. And listen to the feet to see if they release. Try that one more time, listening to how the legs react to the pull and the press. You're breathing in, listening to the feet, to the legs. Exhale. One more time. Relax the legs, breathing in, pulling the chi up. Okay? So when we pull the chi up, we create a vacuum under our feet so that energy is going to run down. So as you relax, your legs will, you feel real subtle, your legs will feel a little heavy. They start sinking into the earth. And then when you press the chi down, right, it'll displace the earth chi, so you'll feel your legs release and they'll feel a little lighter. Yeah, you don't feel it, don't worry. Right, as you relax, you'll start to get this phenomena starting to come out. All right, stretch your hands a little bit. Oh, that first part, really stretching our hands, and just a few open and close, and shake it out. Yeah. Don't forget, even though we're doing warm-ups, you can still take a break from the warm-up if you need to. You let everything settle, and then slowly press both feet into the earth. Sink into the hips, and then sink into one leg, so you can feel the other leg and the heel release. And when it releases, then you begin. Press that other leg into the earth. Sink into the hip joint. Pull the leg up and out. Use your hands to guide it forward. Drop the shoulder blades. Release. And then the back leg can come up and down. Pull the leg up. Use your hands to help you. Use your hands to bring it back. Set it down. Sink and release the other leg. Learn to think about the pelvic joint and the lower dantian together. Yeah, don't be afraid to go at your own speed, your own pace. Don't have to wait for me. Don't have to time it exactly with me. And I'm just here as a guide. Right? Just to guide you through movements, to show you different options. And learn to listen to yourself. Keep the mind in the pelvic joint and the lower dantian. Guide it back. Sink it down and release the other leg. Release the joints. Press. Release the joints. Between every transition of breathing in and out, you have to release those large joints. Release the hip and release the shoulders. Come back, hold the ball. Drop one knee, just let it turn out and pull the spine. Pull the hand out and keep pulling the spine, looking forward and breathing in. Other knee. Pull the spine and breathe in. Sternum up. Take a small step. Slowly opening up the pelvic joint a little bit more each time, just to whatever's comfortable for you. Slowly timing the movement, the thought, breath, the physical movement together. Okay? Take a bigger step if you can. Pull the spine. Pull the spine. Pull the fingertips out. Elbows still down. Right? Don't let them lock. And if you can stretch your leg back. So any of these leg movements is okay. Whatever is comfortable for you. Do one more large movement with the leg. Look straight ahead. Watch the screen the whole time. In other words, don't let the head turn with the body. Yeah, and with one small movement, just drop or a small step. As long as it's a smaller movement back, closer to the center, and then come back to the center. Loose fists first. Okay, press one leg down, sink into the hip joint, and then you can start breathing in and heel first. Press the heel, press the knee, then wind the leg up, bring it back. Keep the upper body suspended. Rub against the rib cage and down. Transition, rub against the rib cage, and then out, heel first, and then knee, and then lift, rub against the rib cage, and then open palm. Breathing in and out, heel, knee, and pump the foot, and then lift. Keep the upper body upright. Heel, knee, pump the foot, extend, lift. Use the palm to lift and bring the leg back in. And then add turn of the spine to the last one. Remember to rub against the rib cage. Stimulate the kidney and the stomach. Pull the spine. Press both feet down. Release. Then press one side. Pick up the ball. And open. Keep your mind right, pressing the leg down in the hip joint and think of the center, the lower dantian. Relax your shoulders and just hold that soap bubble. And the other side. Just gently flexing the ankles up and down. Heel to toe. And the other side, small toe, big toe. Gently holding that soap bubble. This foot is pressing, sinking into the earth. Other side. And relax. Shake the legs out. Pull the heels up. Draw the heels up. Relax the upper body. Pull the heels so your feet just get pulled up and stretch your toes. Stretch the bottom of your feet. And shake it out. And then one more time. Draw and pull. And stretch the feet. And give the fascia time to release. The more times you do this during the day, the easier. Okay? So, as we do this stretch, to stretch all over here, then we should do the upper body too, right? So that stretch is the single whip stretch. And not the single whip as we do in the Sun style. Single whip in the Sun style is just like this. But single whip in the Yang style is like this kind of hand. Okay? So, all different ways to get there. And you'll see people do it like really relaxed like this. But that's not what we want for this purpose. We want to stretch and develop. So we want to stretch and develop all over here. Not just the wrist, but around the wrist, around the forearm, right? Inside of the thumb and the forefinger, the saddle joint, right? We want to feel all of this stretching. So it's not just pulling and expanding. So The way I'm teaching it now is just imagine, first imagine like you're plucking something, right? It's like you're drawing something up. Imagine if you had to pull taffy like that, right? You're drawing. And then what we want is the thumb to be straight down and all the fingers to be straight down. It's the thumb, and then it's surrounded by the second and the third finger, and then the ring and the pinky surround from here. And we want the shoulders down, elbows down. So we want it tucked in, right, close to the body, not way out here. But if you keep on pointing the fingers down and you extend the hand and you bring it back, as you bring it back and it tightens, you can feel that stretch over here. So it's like pulling. So you're pulling, but it's stretching down, right, to get to there. Okay, it's not long, it's just down. This is about, no higher than the shoulder. Okay? Yeah, so don't make it high like this, no higher than the shoulder. And if we do one hand, we might as well do the other hand, right? So you can draw two hands, tuck the elbow in. Okay? This is the Tong Long, the praying mantis, style, where everything comes to a point. Yeah. And even if I turn, as I'm demonstrating, and I turn, when I lift, I'm keeping that stretch, but I'm lifting, I can feel the change in the muscle over here, right? So changing the direction will change how this muscle reacts. Okay? I'm slowly working this out. I haven't done it for so long. I've been bringing it in the last few weeks. Oh, the first week I did it, it would cramp all in here. So you can really get a good stretch. So develop in here, develop all here, right? So that's just the base, just to show the basic structure of it. And shoulder hanging down, right? Tucked in, right? Not way out here, right? You don't want that big angle from here. So the way our teacher would tell us, he would just say, from here, pick up your hand, just naturally pick up your hand, and they naturally go out. And right from there, keeping the elbows down, one palm comes here. This is my left palm, and this is my right. And so it's really not wide. It's right there from here. Okay. So just drawing, relaxing the elbow, and just drawing. You can feel all that stretching and development around here. Okay. Then from straight up and down, just the form, right? We can start adding circular movements to it. So if you look at your palm, right, and turn it into you, right, and then make the single whip, right? So look at your palm, down, and then pull. So it still has that light lift in it, yeah. So it becomes a circular motion. So as you learn it, it starts to round. It's not just straight down, right, like the face of a clock. It's not just two-dimensional. So that's the basic movement. So if you go down, that means you can always go out, right? So first palms facing you going down, single whip, right? And then palms facing away from you and reaching out, right? And then single whip, right? So palms out, reaching out, and then single whip. And one more time, palms out and down, and then single whip. Okay? Then palms facing you, down, and single whip. You notice it's always dropping and I'm lifting into the single whip. Right? Okay? So I'm relaxing, I'm lifting into the single whip. So as you get used to the movement, it's going to start rounding, right? It's not just straightforward. It's relax and then up. Right? Relax and then up. Outwards, relax and then up. Relax and then up. Okay. Okay. Shake your hands out a little bit. Right? You can stretch back and forth. Like any new movement, really stretching. You gotta relax in between. Otherwise, the muscles aren't used to that. Okay. So from just creating the movement to a basic round, right? Facing or facing away, right? That's the two. If you can't remember which way, one facing you, starting, one facing out from you, right? And then creating a single whip. Okay? And then we want to make it even rounder, more like a ball. And we want to start moving each joint one at a time. So, right, each joint one at a time, making a fist and then opening 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single whip, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single whip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, open. Right? So you said rounding now, right? If your palms are away from you, right? You start closing them, rounding them, single whip, right? Opening, rounding down, closing. Right? So one finger at a time, trying to move each joint at a time. So it has that rolling feeling. Single whip, right? And then release. Right? So you see how I let everything drop so I can lift. And then open. And then I can really roll it. I can really scoop it in towards me. So it can become really round. Right? And then I can lift this way. Right? So I can really make it large and circular. I can roll it into me. Right? So as you start playing, it's you can make it as round, as spiral as you want, or you can just make it simple. Right? That's up to you. But stretch, right? Lift, open, stretch, and lift, open. Right? And then same thing down. If you're looking at your hands coming down, right? You still be one finger at a time, right? And then open one finger at a time, and then closing one finger at a time. And single whip. And then we can take the single whip, and instead of single whip, I kind of did this a little earlier, right? Make a fist. So if the hands are away from you, right? You're going to close, make a fist, squeeze, and then they're going to come up. Right? It's going to rise, and then turn out. And as you turn out, one finger at a time, stretching, one finger at a time, squeeze, and then release and open one finger at a time. And you notice now it doesn't have to be, as you're making the fist, doesn't have to start with the pinky. I'm actually starting with my index finger, right? Making that fist, squeezing close to me, and in, right? Wrapping close to me, expanding, releasing one finger at a time, right? So then we can go the other way, right? Hands facing you, one finger at a time, squeezing, and then opening one finger at a time. Squeezing, fist, and then one finger at a time. It comes out a little bit, tucks in a little bit, that feeling, and then open. So really simple, right? Simple movements to get a lot of mobility and a lot of strength and dynamic tension right in there, and trying to get every joint and whatever's comfortable for you. But to go back, right, you think like, oh, what are the two movements? Well, one, start with your hands facing you, right? One, start with your hands away from you, right? So up and down, right? They just think of opposite. Whatever way you start, just start the other way. Looking at you, down, or looking at you, or facing out, right? Going out, right? From there. Okay? All right. Shake the hands out, loosen it up, wiggle it. So there's so many little exercises inside of the arts. When you break them apart, right, you just look at that one movement, like, wow, there's so much. There's so much in there. So if you're doing 100 moves, Right? Think about how many little individual movements are in the whole set. If you break each of them apart, you can see, wow, that's what it does for my body. That's what it does for me. Yeah. So when we do the whole set, you're doing combinations, and as you start to relax, you'll start to flow. And it starts to reveal that when you start doing these forms, right, it's not about the fighting, and it's not just about one kind of development. Yeah. Everybody gets caught up in the application and the strength of it, but it's really building your body to allow you to do those things, right? So you can break it all apart and just do one move in every direction. You still have to have like 100 sets. Or you can have one form that has 100 movements inside. Yeah. And that makes it fun. And then once you get it, you notice I never prescribe. Right? The warm-ups and the set are kind of prescribed. But these other things, there's so many different ways to do it. So you have to experiment and try things out. And don't be afraid to experiment and try things out. Just keep it safe and comfortable. If it's not comfortable, stop, find out why. Okay, so like I said earlier, sometimes practice the legs pressing heavy, heavy, heavy into the earth. And to do that, you have to actually release. You have to release the quad, release the hips, and then you can expand. Okay. All right, hands down. Let's start with even though we're in the chair. Let's start with the ankles touching each other and the knees touching each other. And that's going to help to pull the chi up through the body. Bottom of the feet fully touching. Okay, so still extended past the knee. Toes down, heels down, bottom of the feet relaxed, gently expanding, but keep the ankles and the inside of the knees contacted. Okay, so before we'll work into the form from here. So gentle breath in, that little gas, let it go. Keep the ankles and inside of the knee gently touching, pressing, and just imagine how it's helping to stimulate energy to run up through the body from the earth, from the tailbone. Breathe in, let it out. One more time, expand. Stimulating the kidneys, stimulating that energy rising from the tailbone up through the top of the head. Release everything, then listen for that full feeling. One more time, breathe in. Third time, expanding, mind way up in the sky, cradling that sun, pouring that energy in, slowly letting go. Breathing in. Sink one leg into the earth, and the other leg can release and open a little, and then switch, and the other leg can open a little. Take a deep breath while you imagine the body expanding in every direction. Slowly expand the palms, slowly gather up the chi in the palms. Connect the center of each palm together, just like there's that spindle attached to the center of the palm. And when you're ready, commencement, inhaling, drop the shoulders, stretch the fingertips, pull the chi up from the earth, bring it to your heart, commencement, relax. Expand and roll, press the heel of the wrist out, bring it into the body, rising up from the earth, up through the center, washing and flushing all the organs, out through the throat and the head. Relax, bring it back to the heart. Pull the spine to the right for single whip. Pull the palms up. pull them forward and rise, and then release. Following the left hand. Pull the spine and breathe in while the right hand drops, transitioning to one sound. Release. Pull the spine 45. Release. Stretch and open the fingers. Keep the elbows down, the wrists down. Focus on the upper hand, fingertips, then the second finger, and then staring out to the horizon. Come back to center, right in front of the heart. Let the spine oscillate back and forth while you do an open and close. Pull the spine to your left. Pull the hands out. Let them rise and then release and open. Look at the right hand. Single whip, transition to one sound. Pull the spine and release. Pull the spine and release. Let that little jerk come out of your body when you release. It's such a nice big wind up. Stretching the palms. Looking way out at the horizon. Do one more time. Just staring out at the horizon. Pull the spine and then come back to center. Let the body move back and forth. Brushing the knee on the right side. Pull the spine to the right. Pull the fingertip up. Breathing in. Pull the fingertip forward and exhale. Lift the sternum. Pull the spine to the left. Roll the palms to the center, like holding a large pipe. Pull the spine and pull the left fingertips out. Let the body turn. Right hand shoots under the elbow. Pull the spine and release. Turn, pull the spine and release. Pull the spine and cover. Just flip the left hand over. Keep pulling the spine so it's outside of the knee and start breathing in and grabbing. And as you release, let the left hand tuck to the rib cage. So pull the spine and turn. Come back to center, rolling back. Draw the hands back. Gather. Compress. Relax all the joints and release. Lift the sternum. Release and pull the palms back to the heart and reset with an open and close. Left side, brushing the knee. Pull the spine, pull the fingertips straight up. Breathing in and then forward. Lift the sternum. Pull the spine to the right while you roll the palms to the center like holding a large pipe. Release. Pull the spine left. Pull the right fingertips out. Let the body turn. Release and let the left palm shoot under the elbow. Parry left and parry right using the shooting palm. Let the body turn. Cover. Right hand flips over and covers. Pull the spine so it's outside of your knee. Start breathing in and starting to grab. Pull the spine until you feel the right fist tucked to the rib cage. Release. Draw the chi back. Gather. Large palms. Stretch the fingers. Lift. Pull the chi back. Breathe in and out. Left side, brushing the knee, followed by leisurely tying the coat. Breathe in, fingers forward, release, fingertips, then heel of palm. Pull the spine And as you release, let the right hand swing in and circle up. Both palms press forward, drop the elbows. Wiping down, body pulls to the left. Come to the belly button, fingertips connected. Roll the right palm up as you turn back to the front. Continue to lift and drop the elbows. Turn the spine to the left while the hand gets pulled out and release. Big wind up, big spiral, double palm. Breathe in and out. Fist under elbow, right side. Pull the spine and come out. And as you release, drop the right hand. Turn a little until the palm is right in the center. Okay. And then you have to spin. So just like you dialing and pull the spine and then release. As you release, the bottom hand grabs a fist, the elbow drops. And then you have to pull the spine until the elbow lines up with the fist right in the center. Breathing in. Let the fist come out. Pull the spine left. Turn, turn, turn. Squeeze the fist and rise. And then open the fist. Release and let the body come to the right. Fold the hand in and down. Repulse monkey. And release. Brush the left knee. Keep on turning. Elbows down. Breathing in. Fingertips. Lift the sternum. That full feeling. Keep on turning. Elbows in. That full feeling. Leisurely tying the coat. Release. Left hand circles up. Let the body turn. Wipe. Turn the body to the right while the hands swipe down. Release. Lift. Turn the body to the right as the hands come out. Release. Double palm. Open and close. Brush the knee on the right side. The right side. Breathe in and out. Lift the sternum. Leisurely tying the coat. Left hand circles down and out. Center. Wiping down. Turn the waist. Fingertip connects. Roll the palm up while you relax the elbows and lift right under the chin. Turn and tuck the elbows in. Big spiral. This is followed by fist under elbow. Right, so open and close and then fist under elbow, left side. Pull the spine to the left, press the hands out. When you release, drop the left hand. Keep on turning. Big spiral of the spine. Release, bottom hand grabs a fist. Pull the spine to the left to line up fist and elbow right in the center. Breathe in. Release. Repulse monkey left. Brush the right knee. Lift the sternum. Keep on turning to the right. Second time, repulse monkey, brush the knee. Third time. Leisurely tying the coat. Release. Down. Connect, lift, tuck the elbow and turn. Big wind up. Come back to the heart. One, open and close. Drop the shoulders, drop the elbows, turn the palm and lift the sternum. Listen for that full feeling and then slowly releasing. Check your breath, check your joints are starting to relax. Check that the hands are straight down at the side. Bring the hands up, breathing in Just think about the movement and release. Let everything go. Breathe in. Okay, right hand, left hand. Your right hand, your left hand. Opposite from me. You notice how you can see the top of my shoulders, right? So I'm not way up here, right? Relaxed. Okay? And palms still open, but everything relaxed. Okay, shake the legs out. Okay? Gentle compression, top of the thighs, on the ITB band. Oh, that one hurt. I've been doing a lot of moving, so I'm really using my legs. Reminding myself how to work my legs again this week. So one more time, pull the heels up, right? And at the same time, you pull your hands up, so legs and feet. Relax the shoulders, relax the hip. Yeah. Everybody watch Karate Kid? You remember? Right, with Ralph Macchio, Pat Morita sent him to the ocean, right? And they're standing on the columns. They're standing on the pier, right? And they're doing the one-legged stance, right? They're supposed to be the crane. That's what they're doing, right? So they're coming up, right? This heel is pulling up, so you're stretching, right? The hands are up, right? And they're sinking on one leg. Okay? But in the chair, we can get 2 feet up, right? And 2 hands up. Right? You could theoretically do it standing, but you'd probably be a ballet dancer, right? The 2 hands. I'm not sure I can pull. Yeah. I have too much resistance over here fighting. But one leg, right, can get that off the ground. Draw the heel up, right? Sink into here, let the body turn, right? And then 2 hands can pull. And body straight, right? Align everything. Yeah. If you turn, right, fold into here, that's where the stability will be. If you don't turn, right, not stable, right? So then you just have to switch leg, right? Pull, shoulders down, elbow. And that's what they do. That was in the movie, right? One leg, and then have to hop to the other leg. Okay, shake everything out. Relax. And we'll end with the bell meditation. Do the large bowl today. Remember, we meditate to clear our mind. Right? We meditate long enough to help remove all the things in your subconscious that might be bothering you, right? Until the best we can do is think of one thing, right? Large or small, one thing. You can just focus on your breath if you want. Part of your mind on your lower dantian. And you slowly open your eyes, rub your hands together. Okay, so we'll take a break and then we'll come back for maybe about half an hour, about 30 to 40 minutes. But let's take a short break. All right. Thank you. If I don't see you second half, thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.